Hello and welcome to Bernard's Heath Pottery Club at home. Now before you start, you will need your clay, you will need some water to work with, you will need a paintbrush, a sharp pointy stick, could be a pencil, could be a skewer, they're all very useful. You'll also use your hands, they're most useful too. Now, let me just remind you about a few basic ways of working with clay. The first thing is you want to build robustly. So for example, this over here is a nice little lump, but actually nothing must be thicker than your finger. So you'll see it's actually a hollowed out lump and you can work like that. Again, if you're going to do any sticking together, you want to be able to do the cross-hatching, which I'll just bring this closer so you can see better. The cross-hatching is where you are cross-hatching. You're doing some scraps like that, and you're doing it on the other piece like the eye, and the other eye, which you're going to squish and do a cross-hatch on. Both of these you're now going to dab with water, stick it on. While you're squishing, you've got your finger inside and your finger outside, and you're squishing it on. This one, finger inside, finger outside, squishing it on. You can also use the other end of your stick to make some really cool eye holes. Another thing you want to be able to do, with clay you don't want to have things sticking out. So if you want to actually put a tail on this little guy, instead of sticking a long tail off at the end like that, what you would do is roll it up and stick it on the body. So again, you would do your cross-hatching, doop, 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 and you'd put your water on, doop, 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 and you'd cross-hatch a bit at the back where you're going to put it, and then you get your tail, you squish it on, again supporting it from the inside, and you've then got your tail stuck to the back. And there you can see your very nice robust tail. Anything else you might want to do, you can always draw on a smiley face, stick on a nose, put on some eyebrows, and there you have a very, very simple little guy. I'll just show you here from some of the other things that you've made. This over here is a cat. And what we've got is a very nice tail here that has been stuck on beautifully at the back. This over here looks like a solid guy, but when you actually look at the back, there's a nice hole here that helps it all breathe inside, and so nothing here is thicker than your finger. Another example of that is this really solid looking guy. But again, hole at the back, it's actually all hollow inside. Also here, although these bits are sticking out, they are protected by this part over here. So again, it's not going to get knocked and fall off because sticky out things are very fragile. This snake over here is also a really good example. Instead of being a long, thin snake, it's a curled up snake where actually it's been joined together here. So it's a very strong snake that won't break. Right, so I think we are ready to get started. Project number 1.